Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Daily. I'm Emma. Let me ask you something. You're in a conversation. Someone asks you a question in English. The words are right there. You know them. But before you can speak, you freeze. That moment of silence, that gap between hearing and speaking, that is not a vocabulary problem. That is not a grammar problem. That is a translation problem. Here is what is happening inside your brain every single time. You hear English. You translate it into your language. You build a sentence in your head. You translate it back into English. And then you try to speak. And in that gap, you lose the conversation. In day 2, we trained your brain to think in English. Today, we go one level further. Today, we remove the gap completely. No thinking, no translating, just react. Same format as always. I say it, you say it out loud. That is all you need to do. But today, something will feel different. And by the end of this video, you will feel it. Today, your mouth will move before your brain finishes thinking. This is day 3. Let's break that habit. Quick note before we start. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm really glad you're here. Every video in this series is a complete standalone practice session. You can start right here, right now. You won't miss anything. And if you want to follow the full 30-day journey in the right order, the playlist and the full weekly schedule are in the pinned comment below. Everything is there for you. For everyone who has been here since day 1 or day 2, you are building something real. Keep going. All right, let's do this. Before we start, I want to tell you, today has a new rule. In day 1 and day 2, I gave you time to think. I said the sentence, I paused, you repeated. Today, that changes. When I finish speaking, you speak immediately. No pause to translate, no moment to prepare. You just hear it and you say it. Your mouth should move before your brain catches up. Now, you might freeze the first time. That is completely normal. In fact, that freeze is exactly what we are training you to break. So if it happens, don't stop. We go again, every time. Ready? Let's warm up first. 5 sentences to wake up your mouth and your reflex. Short, clear. Say them like you mean them. This time, I say it and you follow immediately. No waiting. You might feel slow at first. That's normal. Don't stop. I speak before I think. I speak before I think. I speak before I think. Good. Round 2. This time, focus on the rhythm. Feel how each word connects. I speak before I think. I speak before I think. Round 3, louder, more confident, like you mean every single word. I speak before I think. I speak before I think. My words come out fast. My words come out fast. My words come out fast. Again, stretch into the rhythm. Feel the pace. My words come out fast. My words come out fast. Now say it like it's already true. Louder, confident. My words come out fast. My words come out fast. I don't wait. I just speak. I don't wait. I just speak. I don't wait. I just speak. Round 2. Copy the rhythm exactly. Short sentence, sharp delivery. I don't wait. I just speak. I don't wait. I just speak. Round 3. No hesitation. Fast. Own it. I don't wait. I just speak. I don't wait. I just speak. English comes naturally to me. English comes naturally to me. English comes naturally to me. This time, feel every syllable. English comes naturally to me. English comes naturally to me. Now, full natural speed, smooth and confident. English comes naturally to me. English comes naturally to me. I react. I don't translate. I react. I don't translate. I react. I don't translate. Again, 2 short sentences. Sharp, definite. Feel the contrast. I react. I don't translate. I react. I don't translate. Last time, fast, strong, no gap between the two. I react. I don't translate. I react. I don't translate. Nice work. Your mouth is moving. Your brain is starting to let go. That is exactly what we need. Now let's take it into real life. Now let's get real. I'm going to give you a situation, something someone actually says to you in a real conversation. And your job is to react immediately. Don't think. Don't translate. Just open your mouth and speak. If the first time isn't perfect, that's fine. We go again. The second time is always better. That's how your brain learns. Now listen carefully. Don't think. Just react. Say the answer immediately. Someone says, "How are you doing today?" I am doing really well. Thanks for asking. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. Round 2. Focus on the rhythm. Notice how it flows naturally. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. Round 3. Full speed, zero thinking. Just react. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. Someone says, "Are you ready for the meeting?" Yes, I'm ready. Let's get started. Yes, I'm ready. Let's get started. Yes, I'm ready. Let's get started. Again, short and confident. 2 sentences, clean delivery. Yes, I'm ready. Let's get started. Yes, I'm ready. Let's get started. Now, instant. The moment you hear the question, you go. Yes, I'm ready. Let's get started. Yes, I'm ready. Let's get started. Someone says, "Can you help me with something?" Of course. What do you need? Of course. What do you need? Of course. What do you need? Round 2. Warm and natural. Of course should sound genuine. Of course. What do you need? Of course. What do you need? Round 3. No pause between the two. Run them together. Of course. What do you need? Of course. What do you need? Someone says, "What do you think about that?" That's a good point. Let me think about it. That's a good point. Let me think about it. That's a good point. Let me think about it. Again, feel the 2 parts balance. That's a good point. Let me think about it. That's a good point. Let me think about it. Full speed. React like you're in a real conversation right now. That's a good point. Let me think about it. That's a good point. Let me think about it. Someone says, "Do you have a moment to talk?" Sure, I have a few minutes. What's up? Sure, I have a few minutes. What's up? Sure, I have a few minutes. What's up? Round 2, casual and relaxed. What's up? Light at the end. Sure, I have a few minutes. What's up? Sure, I have a few minutes. What's up? Last round, instant reaction. Don't let your brain start translating. Sure, I have a few minutes. What's up? Sure, I have a few minutes. What's up? Did you feel that? The second time was faster. The third time felt natural. That is your brain adapting, right now in real time. You're already halfway through today's practice. Your reactions are getting faster. Let's keep that momentum going. Now let's put you inside a real conversation, one that flows from start to finish, just like real life. Imagine this. You're at a company event. You meet someone new. The conversation moves through 3 moments. You give your opinion, someone disagrees, and then you get invited somewhere. Say every single line out loud. You are the one speaking, not just listening.
Hey, I've been learning English online. What do you think is the best way to practice?
Honestly, I think speaking every day is the most important thing. Honestly, I think speaking every day is the most important thing. Honestly, I think speaking every day is the most important thing.
Really? I actually focus more on grammar. I think grammar is the foundation.
I see your point, but I think speaking builds confidence faster. I see your point, but I think speaking builds confidence faster. I see your point, but I think speaking builds confidence faster. Grammar is important, but you can improve it while you speak. Grammar is important, but you can improve it while you speak. Grammar is important, but you can improve it while you speak.
That's actually a really good point. I never thought about it that way.
Exactly. The more you speak, the more natural it feels. Exactly. The more you speak, the more natural it feels.
Hey, a few of us are going out for coffee after this. Would you like to join us?
That sounds great. I'd love to join you. That sounds great. I'd love to join you. That sounds great. I'd love to join you. Where are you thinking of going? Where are you thinking of going? Notice what just happened. That was a complete real-world conversation. Opinion, disagreement, invitation. And you handled all of it. No script in real life, but now your mouth knows what it feels like. That is what we are building. Let's finish strong. All right, this is the reflex round. This is my favorite part of today. 7 sentences. And this time, the rules change completely. This time, no pause. You don't wait. You don't prepare. You don't translate. The moment I finish, you follow me. Instantly. If you fall behind, keep going. If you miss one, keep going. Never stop. That is the only rule. The goal is not perfection. The goal is momentum. We start easy and we build. So by sentence 7, your brain has no time to think. That is exactly where we want to be. Ready? Let's go. I understand what you mean. Let me get back to you on that. That's a great idea. Let's do it. I appreciate you telling me that. Can we talk about this later? I'll take care of it right away. I'm really glad we talked today. Yes, that is what a reflex sounds like. You didn't translate, you just spoke. One final challenge, all 7, back to back, no pause, one breath, go. I understand what you mean. Let me get back to you on that. That's a great idea. Let's do it. I appreciate you telling me that. Can we talk about this later? I'll take care of it right away. I'm really glad we talked today. That is your English on reflex. Own it. I want you to pause for just a second. Think about what happened in this video. You didn't wait. You didn't translate. You reacted. Maybe not perfectly every time, but you reacted. And that is everything. Most English learners spend years doing grammar exercises and vocabulary lists, and they never break the translation habit. They keep waiting until they feel ready to speak. But that moment never comes. Because readiness doesn't come before speaking. It comes from speaking. If you didn't translate today, you just made a huge step. You are breaking the habit right now, video by video, day by day. If you didn't translate today, you just made a huge step. Remember what I said at the beginning of this video? Your mouth will move before your brain finishes thinking. Did you feel that? especially in the reflex round, that feeling has a name. It's called fluency, and it just started. That gap between hearing and speaking, it is getting smaller. Today, it got smaller. Every time you come back, it gets smaller again. Don't stop now. And that is day 3. Day 1, you trained your mouth. Day 2, you trained your brain to think in English. Day 3, you trained your reflex. You spoke before you could translate. Now here is your task. Go to the comments and type Day 3 done. 2 seconds, but it tells your brain, I showed up again. I didn't quit. I am building a real habit. And if you want to follow the full 30-day journey, the complete playlist and weekly schedule are in the pinned comment below. Every video, in order with the exact days, it's all there. Now, day 4, you've trained your mouth. You've trained your brain. You've trained your reflex. But there is still one thing holding most English learners back, and it is not grammar, and it is not vocabulary. Tomorrow, in day 4, we deal with it directly, and I think it might surprise you. See you there. Keep speaking, keep showing up, keep reacting. I'll see you in day 4.